No, that's what Maria then was saying. Oh, it's going live. Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hey y'all. It's your girl Millie Chun, and thank you all for being here today. I have the creators of Hey B.A.B.Y. It's a motivational brand. I have the founder and the co-founder of this amazing project, and the first one here is Kim Bailey and Sommer
Hello.
Kim.
Woo!
Hello.
Hello, Millie Chun.
Hey,
My girl,
Hey,
Millie
everybody.
Chun.
I'm so glad for y'all to be here. I was scrolling down TikTok and I saw Sommer talking. Sommer and I are from the same place, and like when you family like that, you just kind of like it's funny. But then I went back and I listened to what she had to say, and I said, "This is really amazing, and there's something here for everybody." So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let Kim, the founder of Hey B.A.B.Y, tell us what Hey B.A.B.Y is.
Yay, Kimberly.
Hey, hello everyone. Hey baby is just what it is. It's just what it says, rather, becoming a better you. And how it came about, to be very honest, I was asleep. Holy Spirit came to me, you will be a motivational speaker. I'm like,
Oh,
God
amazing.
and I having this discourse while I'm asleep. And I love to share this story because this is how we share God and how real he really is. Okay. And so I'm like, what? I'm someone that don't like to speak in front of people. Okay.
Mhm.
Along with spiders, public speaking is a thing for me. A fear. Like, yeah,
That's a
yeah, like
problem.
it's a problem. Like, yeah, no. Only time I don't mind speaking is if I'm strongly opinionated about something.
Hmm.
So anyway, he said, you're gonna have a brand, Hey Baby. I'm like, what? Becoming a better you.
Oh, okay.
I never wrote out, oh, yeah, this sounds cool. Oh, this is the acronym for baby, becoming a better you. Never wrote that out. I woke up and I called my best friend, Celeste, and I was just like, yo, this is how we talk to each other. I'm like, yo, you would not believe this. And I told her, and before I called her, I was trying to make sure that every word aligned with the letter. Like
Mhm.
becoming like it was just that surreal.
Yeah.
I must have did that like 10 times, and then
Okay.
I called her and I was like, yo, you and I believe this. And then even though God gave it to me
Mhm.
supernaturally just like that, here come the enemy. You don't like to speak in front of people.
Of course.
You don't have enough money to do this. You have to focus on school. You have to, who's going to support? And so what came to me back in 2017 didn't come to fruition until 2019.
Okay.
So with that, uh I was like, okay, so becoming a better you means so many things to so many people,
Right.
opposed to just merch. How can we expound on this even further? So I came up with, hey baby, let's chat. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do this by myself. I need someone to do this with me. And so I was pondering on the people I can have to be, to serve as a co-host or whatever. And everybody that came to mind just wasn't the right fit. It just didn't fit. It just didn't sit well.
Right.
And it wasn't until my son and I was having a conversation in the living room, and he said, "Mom, what about Summer?" I was like, oh, it was like ding 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 ding, like a light went off, like truly. And I remember being overcome by joy and excitement, and then here come fear. Oh, what if she say no?
Yeah.
Like, and
Uh, the
I
doubt is the
reached
word.
out to her. I reached out to her. I was so nervous. I was so Summer. I was like so nervous. I was like Summer, and I told her the idea. She was like, "Yes,"
That's
in
good.
her summer fashion.
Yes.
Yes, I was like, ah! And
Summer
I
and,
told her,
Summer and Ryan. Summer and I are one and the same. So
We are one in the
you
same.
got a
One
good
in
person
the
on your
same.
team there.
Free
yeah.
spirit.
And
So
then let me tell you how God. So this is true. This is truly a God thing. Our alignment, our partnership in
mhm.
this brand, pushing it forward. Because fast forward, way before this, God even gave it to me. I used to watch Summer just doing like announcements at the church and just being admiring her presence, just like a light. And I'm like, girl, I mean, yeah, church announcements is cool, right?
Yeah.
It's honorable, but I'm like, girl, you
But
need to be
it's the
reporting the news or
delivery.
something. You
It's the delivery.
She did say that. She did. And I was like,
I'm like, Summer, you need to
no.
be in front of somebody's camera. And she
So,
was like, Kim.
Summer, let me ask you: when you were approached by Kim, what were your thoughts about it?
So initially, I have a big mouth. I've been talking. Mia knows all of this. Mia knew me before I was born. So I've been talking like this my whole entire life.
Yes.
Running this mouth. So it doesn't bother me to talk and I don't mean a stranger or anything like that. But and getting up in front of people speaking does not bother me. But it made me nervous that I was going to be recorded.
Right.
That's what made me very nervous. I'm like, I've never done that before. I've never recorded anything. I've never been on a video per se before. So that made me nervous. Like, okay, people are going to see this for real. Like it's going to be projected out into the world. That made me nervous. But I thought about it. I prayed about it. And I'm like, okay, you do all this talking. So why not go into that lane you've been doing? So why not? Why not? Just do it.
What did you feel about when Kim gave you the premise of what Hey Baby is? Like, why did you jump on board with her for Hey Baby? And what does Hey Baby mean to you?
So with Hey Baby, it was like something that was so good, so simple, so like it was just it. Hey baby. Who doesn't say hey baby? Who doesn't hear hey baby?
Right.
We as women, how many times have we heard hey baby, hey baby?
Right.
But what does that mean as far as you all's program and you all's platform? What are you trying to get across?
Yes. But it was like for something so simple to me so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something as simple as hey baby having such a profound meaning was the thing for like we hear it all the time, but becoming a better you. Okay. So I'm like, man, that's so good and so easy and just so good for me, and everybody wants to be better, whatever that looks like for you. And it's not to make you say, oh, you need to be doing this or you should be doing this. Who are we to tell people what they need to be doing or to judge someone for what he or she is doing? But I think the majority of people strive to become better in something on a daily basis.
Okay.
Who does not want to strive to be better? So it's like, and Kim, when she said it's a motivational brand.
Yeah.
Who does not need motivation? I need it.
Right.
Yeah. We all need motivation. So we can have something that's cute and so like just as a constant reminder to strive to be better, strive to meet your goals, strive to do something that you wouldn't ordinarily do, step outside of your so that was profound to me.
So tell me about what you all are doing in Hey Baby. Like when you talk about this motivational speaking and when you talk about what the acronym BABY means to you, when you're in front of people, what are you giving them to welcome you in and what are you giving them as far as tools to become a better them?
Great question. I would say transparency. Yeah. You can't share truly without being transparent. So we've created this platform where people feel safe to share mental health, mental issues, eating better, fitness, and we grab people that serve in those different areas to further educate us and people on what that looked like as far as becoming better. And one thing I want to share, with Summer as far as our partnership. Summer take on Hey Baby as if it's her own. And that's what I wanted. That's what I needed. And it is hers because you can't do this alone.
Right.
You can't project such a profound message by yourself. So, this is our thing. And, and she share with me with excitement, motivation, and we hold each other accountable. And so it's like I said, it's a God thing, our partnership, a God thing. And so we're growing with ideas as far as how we can even further project it to the people, because it is our we truly desire to share what becoming better look like for people, because people are hurting, people are suffering.
Right. So can you give me an example? I know you said mental health and being a better person. So what have you encountered, or what have you developed, like a tool that people, I know we have to have conversations about stuff and everybody's going through something. So how do you all get your message across? Like, give me an example of your community base. Like, if you're out in the community, how do you help the community?
I want to jump in, Kim, because we went with our Hey Baby, Let's Chat. We even delved a little bit into like race relations. During the pandemic, it was heated in America as far as the different things, the injustices going on. And, and Kim and we feel like, let's just put it out there. Regardless of how people feel about it, it's time out to start. Everybody knows the time and place for things. Everybody knows decorum when you're dealing with different stuff. We have that. We got it. But you need to have strong, honest conversations. So we hosted like a race relations show downtown, like right after it was kind of safe to get out. And we had people of various backgrounds. That's nothing. We try to highlight diversity. Everybody's not going to look like us. Everybody's not going to feel like us. And it's okay. And we were just getting different opinions from different people, like how can we grow in Hattiesburg? What is it that we need to do to make race relations better here in our immediate area? You need to start at home first. So we had those conversations.
We did.
We have highlighted a woman who has spent time in prison.
Okay.
Came out, Mr. Buckhalter. He's well known here in the area. He has his own. He spent time in prison. He could have used that as time to like just be depressed or, hey, I don't want to do anything. But we asked him, interviewed him, what did you do to become better? What motivated you to become a better person? Get out here and be a motivational speaker. You are one of the most well-known trainers here in this area. You go around and speak to young guys about what you did, what your mistakes were. So throughout Hey Baby, Let's Chat, we try to find those things that are relevant to what's going on now in our area, in our greater area, in America, and let's just have conversations about it. But again, creating a platform where it's non-judgmental,
right?
Comfortable. We have hosted some stuff before. A couple people have asked us to host stuff. So Kim and I just be sitting there, and they're like, "We'll take questions from the audience." So we've had people just to come up and really share some very intimate, their innermost secrets and feelings to us, because they said we made them feel comfortable enough to share. Because who are we to judge anybody? I need to be worried about self and what I have.
That's right.
I can't worry about other people. So that's part of what we're trying to do to get the message out there.
And it was, I'm sorry, let me just say this. It was in Summer's TikTok that she was talking. And what I got from that is you all give people tools to help them put themselves back on the agenda. So, because as women, and I mean men too, they deal with so much on a daily basis. And I don't want to just uniform like that. It's men and women.
That's right.
Right.
And so you were talking about the self-esteem and how to put yourself back on the list. Like in your conversations, like how can you tell me something, like just something where you are motivating people to really put themselves back on the list? Because I think at this point, I mean, the world is just so different in relationships and things like that. So what could you tell someone to help them to get back on the list?
Summer,
I will go, because I think, and like I said in the video, life is going to life, and like for me, I lost my parents in a 2-year time frame.
Right.
And you knows, and Kim knows too, how we're such a close family unit. And y'all, I mean, just getting up, going to your job every day, whether you are navigating through this world on a journey as a single person, male or female, or if you have a spouse, you're a significant other, or you have children. We do so much. We have so much going on, and we're going to be met with challenges a lot. But it's like, how can we motivate people to see, okay, these are the tools that Kim and I use to try to get past it. Kim can speak more on that in a minute. She's the caregiver for her mom. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew. I never knew in 2023 that I would be without my mom and dad.
Right.
It's holiday season.
Right.
She never knew she would be a caregiver for her mom at this stage in life. And that's something she has to deal with on a daily basis. She has an adult son. You know, it's a lot going on, but how can we? But I will say this. So this speaks to that too, Kim. Kim and I don't look like, or we don't think we appear to look like what we're going through.
Right.
So that's the thing. Right. And the other thing about it is we like to have fun. We like to go out. We like to participate in different activities here. And sometimes people in their own closed-minded thoughts or in their judgmental spaces, they can think what they think a relationship with God looks like and try to project all types of different energy on people, trying to make them feel maybe a guilt complex or whatever.
Right.
But we don't care. We're unapologetically ourselves, and we want to motivate other people to understand, listen, the Lord loves us. Just because you're out here having a good time, because you're out here doing whatever, that's what God wants you to look like. He wants you. If you are a believer in God, you're not supposed to be looking downtrodden or thinking about looking like with all the issues that you know you're carrying on your shoulders. You're not supposed to be rejecting it because you know who you serve. You know,
right. No spirit of fear. No spirit.
That's it. No spirit of fear. Now you may get down, but don't dwell in that stuff.
But you can't stay there. And so, and then even when fear, you know, encompasses us, you know, you can't stay there, you know, because I wouldn't be human if I didn't tell you that, I've overcome fear. I've gone through some fear, self-doubt, know, insecurities, all those things, you know, but you can't stay. And so as we approach the holiday season, Christmas, there are people that suffer the most during these holidays, right? And so with moving forward and, you know, putting that one step in front of the other, what that looked like for me, like Summer mentioned, taking care of my mom, being a caregiver, you know, this was her favorite holiday. So, you know, she liked to decorate and, you know, having a nice tree and all these things and cook. And so now that she's not able to do that, you know, I decided, okay, Kim, opposed to not celebrating the holidays anymore, which is where I was, create new memories.
Yeah.
Because I have someone that is dependent on me, my energy, which is my son, and then myself. You know, I can't be down, you know, so creating new memories was a thing for me. And so it made the holidays more enjoyable for me. And somebody else is going through that right now, depressed, down because their loved one is not here anymore, not what they used to be. And I just want to encourage you on this platform, develop new memories.
Yes.
Keep going.
You gotta
put one foot in front of the other.
I absolutely love this. So when you got the idea to do Hey B.A.B.Y, did you want to just be a speaker, or did you want to like what's your goal in this?
I didn't want to be anything, to be honest, Mill, because I did not even ask for this. Right. And so I'm still trying to.
You're a dental hygienist. Like, how did that come about?
No, but dental hygienist is my career, not my purpose.
Right, I understand.
You see, and so I really didn't know what this looked like. I was just like, okay, well, let me just put it on a T-shirt.
Okay.
You know, and then with this, you know, I didn't even know what the logo would look like, but God directed me to my journal. I was writing it out in my journal when he gave it to me. I wrote it out in my journal the way it's, you know, printed here, you know. And so then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to talk to women. I'm going to motivate and encourage women, until a guy came to me and said, I know this is for women, but it helped me too. You know, so my plan kept being disrupted with other things. And so to answer your question to the best of my ability, you know, like, Absolutely, creating a platform or speaking engagements to share transparency as far as what becoming better look like for me and Summer. You know what I'm saying? Us sharing at that capacity, sharing transparency. We talking about putting it in a physical location where people can benefit from it. And fitness being one of the things in this physical location, and to be announced. We're gonna leave it at that.
So you all have just a cornucopia of things that you're trying to help with.
Yes, right? Like Kim says, that part, Mill.
Right, because becoming, but look, Mill, becoming a better you look differently for me, you, and Summer.
Right.
And so when we draw on all these people, as God continue to provide, we gonna capitalize on what that look like.
So do you have like, is it like sections? Like, do you take, let's say you take fitness, right? Do you have a fitness? This week we're focusing on fitness. Next week we're focusing on relationships.
Mental health.
Next week we're focusing on mental health. Is that how you do it?
Through our platform, through our so when we had Hey Baby Let's Chat, when we were projecting Hey Baby Let's Chat, that's how we were projecting it. Okay, different avenues, different topics.
And we did touch on relationships too, Kim.
We touched
on. We did touch on relationships.
That was our last show too. It was rather touchy.
It got really heated. It got really heated. Oh my God!
I found that relationships is because they have changed so much, right? And people view them so differently now. Like, what do you tell someone? We have polyamory now. We have
we had a visitor on our show who was practicing it right here in Hattiesburg.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, how do you talk people through that? Or how do you get an understanding? Or do you even try to explain it to someone?
For me, and I think for Kim, and that's what we like. We like to try to understand, because just because we might not be living that particular lifestyle, is understanding. That's why it's so many different issues. People don't want to embrace diversity. It's because we have a lack of understanding as to what it is and why people do what they do. But I'm curious, so I want to know.
Right.
I want to understand this.
That's my thing too. I was just wondering, because so many, like the traditional relationships, we're all here for the traditional relationships.
Right.
But can you get your complete happiness from one person?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no, not yes.
I mean,
no.
You're responsible for that.
No, Mill, you cannot get your complete happiness from a person, because you cannot depend on a person to make you happy. So no, you have to come in happy.
That's it.
It's not my responsibility to make you happy.
Right. But that's my thing. You are responsible for your happiness.
That's right.
That's right.
And when it comes time to be in a relationship, though, and then you have this person you can talk to, or this person you can't talk to, and I just find it. I see people and I've talked to people, and it's like, can you just not tell this person what it is that you're needing, or is the person not open to listening to what you need? That was a conversation I've had before, and I was like, this is a big thing.
Yeah.
So relationships are so different now. So
very different. But you know what I think, Mia? And this just is my opinion. Again, just my opinion. I think in any relationship, if people are just not willing to compromise, because when you just touched on that about, is the person listening? If you have one person who's trying to meet that happy continuum in your relationship, but you have one person who is refusing to listen to the other person, and we're all human. Nobody even expects any individual to change overnight. That is humanly impossible.
Exactly.
But you should see people making little steps, effort toward what you're asking them to do, because it's a compromise. in a relationship, we both may end up doing some things we don't necessarily like to do or want to do. But if you love that person and respect that person's wishes and opinions and what they're telling you, then you got to. I strongly, strongly, strongly believe if you don't compromise, it's not going to work. That's just how I feel about
it. It's not going to work.
Point blank period.
No matter what you want to do, it's not going to work.
It's not.
And it takes some selflessness, and
That's
it
right.
takes it takes growth, maturity, and then what are you truly looking for? Like what are you looking for in your mate? Is it attainable?
Right.
Oh, we see something. Why do you ladies think women? Oh, I love a little question.
Wait, what is it?
Why do you ladies think women feel like they'll be happy if they get a man? Who wants to take it? I will.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
I think it goes back to what we just said, though. It's your feelings for self, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your love for self. And that's another thing we promote too. I know Mill does it a lot with Millie Chun. Kim and I do it a lot. Is self-care and self-love. That's another thing. I'm glad we brought that up. We are big proponents of self-care and self-love. You can't be good to anyone. Not anyone. Not even if you have a pet, your little fur baby. You can't be good to anyone or anything without loving yourself and being comfortable with who you are in your own skin. That's just it. So if you don't love self, a man, like Kim said, a man, a woman, whatever it is that your significant cannot make you happy.
And I feel like Miss Nebraska, I feel like they're missing their own element. Like,
I liked it. That was good one to Kim.
That was both of y'all on it. And so I don't have to say anything.
Yeah,
Miss Nebraska, there you go.
They're missing their own element to the point where, like you all do, like what you're doing is for the self-love, the self-care, and putting yourself back on the page. Like, if you feel like if I have a man, this is going to complete my life. Well, I'm doing a conference in January, and the theme, I haven't written the speech yet, is no more interruptions. Right? And I feel like sometimes when you're wanting something, you need to be aware of the interruptions that come.
I love it. I love it.
And I think I don't know. I think you have to have self-love for yourself. You have to be complete before you can go into anything. And I think women who feel like they need a man or feel like if they get a man and this is going to do it, you're missing something. And more than not, they're going to receive the man that is going to hone into what they're missing, and that's going to be their interruption. So you got to come complete.
That's it. I love it about no more interruptions. I love it because we can get interrupted by so much.
So much. That's not just relationships. That's friendships. That's relationships. That's work. That's life.
That's everything.
That's everything. And I feel like you have to be able to put yourself on the list and put yourself first. If it's not taking a phone call while you're watching television, not, or you're scrolling on Instagram, or you're cleaning up, that's an interruption. If it's a moment you've set down for yourself and anybody other than you is in that moment, it's an interruption.
Setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries.
That's exactly it.
And then another thing as far as becoming better is being okay with not being okay. Because you go have a moment where you're not okay. And when we have those breaking points, we feel guilty. We beat ourselves down.
Yeah.
It is okay to not be okay. You just can't stay there.
That's it.
What not staying there look like? Having real friends in your corner that's gonna pray for you when you can't pray for yourself.
That's it.
That's gonna hold you accountable. That's gonna, hey, you can soak, but you can't stay there. That's just part of it. That's just part of it.
Do you ladies think women struggle with self-esteem and self-worth due to social media, being told how women should look, behave, etc.?
Oh, I feel like that can encourage it, because that's where we are right now. That's where we are. Everything is technical, social media driven.
It's
And
so
we need it. Yeah, and we need it for our businesses. We need it for our platforms, right, Neil?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, that can encourage whatever thing you feel like you lacking.
Yeah.
But only if if that's your guide. I
Right.
mean, that's the best way. That's the best way I can.
And I see it
Only if you let it. Only if
only
you
if
let
you
it.
let it.
Only if you
Only if you let it.
I agree
Let's
with
say that.
Only if you let it. From my observation is, from my observation, again, I'm not an expert on any of this. This is just me. But like
These are your
when we were
opinions.
younger and growing up, y'all can remember this. I think our parents did a job of making us understand what was reality in life, what was fiction. Because back then when you were watching video, we didn't have social media, but we did have videos.
Right.
And we understood very well that was entertainment. It doesn't
Yes.
like listen, I'm still jamming to those songs. My best friend, Melanie, she gave me, I think, my first CD for Chris Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. I loved it. Still love it right now.
Right.
However, do you think that I thought it was okay for me to live my life like the lyrics that I was listening to?
Exactly.
Yeah, I knew without a shadow of a doubt. I could do that. Sonny and Leslie were not going.
They were not having it.
It was not going to happen. So, but we had an understanding. You listen to this stuff, and I'm going to listen to it. And they didn't shield us from it, but you knew reality versus fiction. So you just got to know that a lot of this stuff is entertainment. People are portraying different things because that's part of the business. Social media, that's part of what you're. Just the life we're living in, like y'all said. So it's no way around it. But like, if you let it.
I know I was, as you're talking, I'm thinking about a scene from Basketball Wives. Brittany Reiner was talking to her mother about her relationship, and her mother asked her, "Do you think that you'll get another ball player?" You know what I mean? And she was like, I don't want any. She said she's looking for forever. I'm paraphrasing. And I was like, why would her mother, you know her background, you know what she's been through, you know her relationships, and to be with another ball player and they know who she is, why would her mother just say that?
Right.
Find somebody that loves you, find somebody that loves your child, find somebody that wants to build with you, find somebody that wants to make you better. I just thought that was very interesting in today's world, because I know my mama wouldn't say that to me.
Never.
I know she
but what was her mother's example?
She didn't give an example. She was just saying, I guess, from who she dated.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm referring to,
what example did her mother set? Is that what you're saying?
What example was set for her mother?
Right.
Oh, so what you're right. So
it's a tree.
Information. Yeah. You're right. You're right about
you know what I'm saying? And so
you're right.
Right. And so she's only and that's at the capacity that she can give, the advice that I'm referring to. She can only give it at the capacity of her experiences. And she might have felt like she was really teaching her daughter something valuable,
right?
Offering her daughter something valuable,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So the apple don't fall.
Look at the background. Yeah,
you're right. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. So yeah, we have to kind of break the curses.
I think that sometimes we have to go back because we take for granted, we take for granted what our lives have been, childhood lives, what we had and what our experiences were, the examples that we had in our home, Kim, And sometimes you don't even realize till you get out and about, we go to college and you're like, oh wow, things look different for different people.
They look so totally different.
Totally different for different people. And you have to have a talk with yourself, like, you know what? Hey, you got to think. You can't be self-righteous just because of how you were brought up. You got to realize there's some people suffering from some stuff. And if you were placed in those that you cannot relate to.
You cannot relate to it.
And how would you feel? How would you have turned out if you were placed in a different situation?
Right.
So I'm glad, Kim, that was a good point, because I know Mill and I we come from some backgrounds of like 2-parent household. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. I'm talking
about you got to toe the line over there.
We were some spoiled children, and didn't even, but we weren't brats though. I like to let people know.
But you got to
taught us much better. We better treat everybody like somebody.
Yeah.
I don't care who they were, what the background was. Yeah. We better treat everybody right. You don't mistreat people. You talk to people. You speak to people. Hey, none of that was going. And we were appreciative. They taught us to be very appreciative. However, just your dynamics of everything, man. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kim's mom was a nurse, so she was spoiled. I mean, we can.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we didn't know that we were spoiled. I don't think. No. I think we just. I don't think we knew. Did we know we were spoiled?
We didn't know. No.
I don't think we knew we were spoiled.
Till later.
I'm thankful that we grew up in a time not for social media.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that for sure. Yes.
Miss Nebraska says, I know women who raise their daughters that all men cheat and to expect behavior as long as they're paying bills. So and it's like, it's so many. It's women who literally think like that.
Oh yeah.
And think like that and believe it.
Yeah.
Long as he's not putting his hands on me, long as he's doing this, then the third. I mean, that's what a man is going to do. What a man is going to do, and that is something that, you know, some women accept that, and some women don't want to accept that, but they realize. And I think the problem for me in that is that they feel like they can't get out of it.
Right.
So when I listened to what Sommer had to say on that TikTok, I was like, they have tools to help people get out of it. And that's what I want to
that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk to you all today, because just a little something. I am planning a weekend, not a conference, not anything. It's for men and women. And I was like, I would love for you all to just think about some things, put some things together for Millie Chun and Friends Live.
Oh, I love it.
I would like,
yay!
I would like for you all, you know, and I feel you on this, Kim, because when I was thinking about it, when I was talking to my friend about it, I was like, oh, but what about the money? Oh, but what about the place? Oh, but what about the... And I was like, you know what? It was a seed that was put in my head to grow.
Oh,
so
come on.
I want to give y'all an invitation to my thought, right?
We love it, Mil.
I would love for you all to have something to come and do, you know, talk to women, talk to men, and just on any level, like just a panelist or something like that, because I think that with everything that's going with social media, with instant life, with all things like that, I think that people need a foundation and tools to get back to where they know they're supposed to be.
Yes.
Because people know what they're supposed to be doing.
They do. It just gets
just doing what's out there right now.
They do what's safe, what's familiar, and sometimes
that's right.
You know, we have to get out of our comfort zone. And back to Miss Nebraska and what she had wrote. You know, it go back to what, you know, we said previously was, you know, especially what Sommer and Mill expounded on. You know, like it starts here, because if you don't love self, you won't believe that you deserve more than just cheating.
You won't.
Right.
You won't believe that. You won't believe that you don't. You will expect to be cheated on.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in your self-worth or don't know what that look like. And let me share with you what that look like. The power of the tongue.
Yes,
if you walking around here, and I'm talking about women specifically. If you walking around here saying all men are dogs, guess what? You are opening yourself up to that.
That's it.
The power of the tongue.
That's right, Kim.
What you say, speak, and believe has to be in alignment.
That's it.
I love that. That is why, and I that's on TikTok. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is getting people back on the list. whether it's be a woman or a man, it's
Yes.
getting people back on the list.
I like that. Back on the list.
Before we get off for today, I would like for you all to let everybody know where they can reach you, where they can find you, how they can access Hey B.A.B.Y, and then go forward with you. Because I would love for you to get out there and before this little thought process I have, and the reason I put it out there is so it's definitely going to happen now.
Yes.
But yeah, let us know where we can find you.
Hey B.A.B.Y, Becoming a Better You on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
And if you and you can also find us Kimberly Bailey, Summer Gearing.
Yes.
We're on both Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, what's your handle on Instagram, Summer?
My Instagram handle is Dr. Sommer G.
SOMMER.
Yes. Yes.
And Kim?
Kim B.A.B.Y.
Kim B.A.B.Y.
That's our nickname. We didn't even tell y'all, did we? Her nickname is Boo. Kimberly B.A.B.Y.
Well, I am so happy that we had this conversation. I think you all have a lot to offer the world. And I really hope that we can all come together for the greater good of just the betterment of people.
Oh, Mills.
Yes.
Yeah, I really do. I absolutely love it. And I really wanted to talk to y'all about it because I really wanted y'all to get that out there because I just felt like after I heard Summer, y'all really had something there. You really have something to say to help people. And
Lord,
that's what
we're trying to do, Lord.
And that's what my platform is about. Just to really become a better you. That honestly. Yes. And I try to do that every day. So
and you do a good job, Mia. Your energy is it is freaking unmatched. I want to say, Mia, thank you for the opportunity. I want people to understand. And Kim and I were excited. I have been telling Kim about you. I've been like, girl,
my friend, she have
best friend, sister Mia. You know, she's like my big sister too, and she does. Yeah. I'm like, girl, she knows people. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I go on and on bragging about you.
She did.
When Mia called me at work, first I was scared to death. She'll tell you because she doesn't have to call me like that, and I'm like.
She was like, "Is everybody okay? Is everybody?" I was like, "Yeah, everybody's good."
I answered like second ring. It's Mia. I like, hey, is everything good? She was like, everybody's okay, Carol. When they say Carol or Summer Carol, baby, I am at home and I love every minute of it. Like, girl, everything is okay. And she's like, I ran across your TikTok, and so I want to invite you and Kim to come on Millie Chun TV Live. And I'm saying that because Millie's been my big sister my whole life, but I don't take for granted the opportunity because she moves around in a lot of different spaces and she does it very well. I don't take for granted that she called me, and want to highlight something that Kim and I are doing. Yeah. So you can't. Like our families are close and all that, but you don't take opportunities for granted. So I am thankful. I've told her, but I want to tell her again on this live platform that we're appreciative to you, Mia, for thinking enough of what we're trying to do to invite us on here and try to project us a little bit more. And so thank you.
Absolutely. And I believe in what you all are doing. So and if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't put it out to people who look to me for, you know, positivity and understanding. I would never do that, So I just want to take this time and thank you ladies both for coming on Millie Chun TV. I want to thank the chat. Miss Nebraska, you have been fantastic.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Nebraska.
You have been amazing today.
Yes. Thank you for sending those questions.
And Mil, can I say something real quick? I want to tell, look, Summer, this is what happens when we're being obedient, because both Summer and I, like, sometimes we don't like doing videos. We don't like to be in front of the camera like that. Like, we don't. And I'm like, Summer, make sure you do your video. Make sure you do your video. And then Kim, make sure you do your video. Make sure you do your video. Yeah. So this is what obedience look like when we being obedient. And look, Mills haven't stopped talking about your video, Summer. And you know what I'm saying? So
because I started out doing the little meditation stuff bits, and she was like, Summer, when you gonna do your? I mean, she told me for like 3 or 4 weeks.
I was like, post 3 times a day. Get in the algorithm.
Millie Chun is helping us, guys. Thank you. Him and I are. we try to follow the rules. You know, we're very, very free. We're trying to rein it.
But I thank you for this partnership, and I love it, Mills.
Yeah, I love you, ladies, and like I said, I believe in what you're doing. And thank you all for coming on Millie Chan TV, and thank you for being here. And we'll see y'all in the next one.
Thank you, Mia. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Appreciate it.